I am glad the Soviet Union is accepting a treaty to help us develop tanks that help kill the Soviets. Great news. Hello and welcome to another Endsieg video. Now, the mod received an update, which surprises me because I thought the mod was abandoned. And also, when I click, why does this happen? Can someone explain, please? So we're going to be doing a new game in the 1943 scenario, which I know I already did, but the video I did on it was terrible. I misspelled Endsieg in the thumbnail. The music was too loud, and I lost the game too, which was probably the worst part. The main reason I lost, I will say, is because there's a couple of bugs that made it so the game was unplayable past a certain point, and so I lost all my manpower from one bug. So I'm going to try it again in the new update, which works quite a bit better. There's still some problems. This front line looks quite long with the Soviet Union. Ah, much better. I still remember what you did in World War I, but we're still going to need to move through your territory. Cheat menu. I want the real Endsieg. And welcome to the mod. Of course we lose a bunch of manpower, and yeah, it seems about to be it. I am glad the Soviet Union is accepting a treaty to help us develop tanks that help kill the Soviets. Great news. And Mussolini just fell from power, so it's a good thing I kicked him out of my faction. They will declare war on me eventually, but I have a plan for that. To the Soviet Union, I say good luck getting past Poland and the Ukraine. Now, I am losing a lot of factories from doing this, and the invasion of the United Kingdom has begun, and it is warning me that the Italian defection is imminent, which is a good thing to know, but I have a plan for it, so you don't need to worry. Now Italy has betrayed us, and I found a exploit in the game where if you just capture this one city down here, they capitulate. Now you may call it cheating, I just call it bad mod design. And as you can see, they just capitulated. Also, you can go down to being volunteer only, since you won't lose any manpower because of how the mod works for some reason, and the UK has finally capitulated. I just realized what it meant when I put my fleet at Scapa Flow. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. And the invasion of the United States and Canada has begun. So the invasion is going quite well. Just don't look over here. It's an eyesore. Another update, we have pretty much completely taken the East Coast and we are marching down towards Los Angeles and San Francisco. We still haven't taken the capital though. Oh wait, actually no, we just took it, so that's good. They're almost capitulated and they're the last great nation on their team. And the D-Day landings have started. Now that's interesting. Oh, and of course they're led by France. Which makes sense, because they did so much in 1944 during the war. I think the mod creator must be French. And we have taken it. And the United States has capitulated. The last major power in their faction. And the war is over. And the peace treaty is over. And, well, sorry, Canada, but yeah. So my puppet government in the UK doesn't have a leader or name. Sorry to break it to you, but the Western Allies don't exist anymore. Well, I'm glad to know Finland gained its independence again. And before we take out the Soviets, we're going to take a small detour in China. And here we go. They have only 60 troops, which, I'm gonna say this. The last time I played this, I played as Japan, and China had no troops, so at least I fixed one thing in the mod. The push into China is going quite well, and China capitulated, so I have the most war score, and the two Japans, for some reason, have really low war score, which is sad. So I got myself a new puppet that has 5 million manpower, so I'm going to turn all of my units into colonial templates. And because I changed them to the Chinese template for some reason, they are now all veterans. That's very strange. Or most of them are, at least. So as you can see, we have a non-aggression pact with Japan. Oh look, they declared war on me. I think the Japanese AI is broken because there's no troops on my territory now. And I have finished researching atomic bombs. Well, Japan, for breaking your non-aggression pact, you are getting what you deserve. Yeah, and that's it. That should be good enough. So I've done pretty good advancing into Japan, but I've kind of had a slowdown, and I can't achieve aerial supremacy, so there's no more nuking currently. I will try to get more airports though, so I can do more bombings. Oh, and I guess Japan capitulated. I thought I was going to have to continue fighting them. It is time. Declare war on Poland. We are going to cross into Poland and attack the Soviet Union, because a lot of their troops are over here in Siberia, and Mongolia, I should say. And in the initial offensive, the Soviets have taken 2 million casualties, and I'm pretty sure that's just from this. So I've done pretty good, mainly because, yeah, I have 200 panzer divisions. What a beautiful sight. It's time for some revenge. Perfect. Okay, something interesting. It looks like they're planning to add even more scenarios to this mod. Well, I guess this is a spoiler for what they're going to add next into the mods. They're going to add some more, they're going to add some alternate history scenarios, it looks like. So we are about to engage in the largest offensive of the war. We are going to nuke the entire area up here, and then we're going to charge. So I probably dropped 3 or 4 nukes on every one of those states, so I can now charge. And it's time to take Leningrad. And finally I have taken Leningrad. That makes me scared because I didn't drop that. One of my allies has atomic bombs as well. I actually have no idea who it would be. And there's no way of me really checking, so... Looks like we got the breakthrough we need to get to Moscow, because we've crippled them. At the beginning of the war, they had between 600 and 1,000 divisions, and we both had about 7 million fielded manpower. They're down to 3 million, or 2.5 million fielded manpower, so it's not going good for the Soviets anymore. And behind the nuclear fallout, you can kind of see that we've taken Moscow. Oh, and I also captured Stalingrad. Yeah, the collapse of the Soviet Union looks imminent. So I just captured Sevastopol. So we are now kind of back to the area we were at the beginning of the mod, except we have made more progress. They still haven't surrendered, even though they're being crushed by both sides. And it finally happened. The Soviet Union has capitulated. Okay, I have taken over the entire world. Well, most of it at least. The Allies kind of still exist, but not enough to be a threat. There's still one more thing I want to do. Okay, so in this game, right now, this is the combined American and German fleet. 13 aircraft carriers and 47 battleships. Pretty good. Here's the British Navy. And, well, let's just say I've gotten revenge for Italy for betraying me, for Japan betraying me, all this stuff. To invade Britain's not enough, because their fleet still exists. It's revenge for Scapa Flow. If you liked, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.